Alright, so I got the first bearing out. Now I had to cut the video right there because one of my family members was yelling for some stupid reason, I'm sure. We all know how that goes if you have siblings. Alright. So when you get them out, yeah, take a rag or something and like this and just clean them off, get everything that's on them, get that off, and then re-grease them. And you can either save these if they're still kind of good and do something with them, or you can just toss them. I know I'm gonna toss these right here. I know I'm gonna toss those. Alright, so what we do is first put this piece on, so it says left on it. And now I want to make sure that it's going the same way here. Actually, you know what? That right there is really dirty. So I'm gonna get a lot of that excess grease off. Alright, so I'm gonna put a little, actually that wasn't excess, that's just, there's just some dirt right there I wanted to take off. So let's take that off. Sorry if the vehicle went out of frame for a second. Now, tell me what you guys think of this video in the comment section, and give it a thumbs up after you watch if you really liked what you saw. And even a thumbs down will help. And steer my channel the right direction here. Alright. So, yeah. Okay, that's perfect. Alright. So, remember, always take your time with this stuff. Don't try to rush this. Because if you try to rush it, you're gonna do something wrong. And when you do something wrong on these, and let's say you did it right at the beginning, so now you have to go back through and take everything apart. In some cases you do. But for installing this, that wouldn't be a big deal if you were to mess something up here. Now I have rushed doing maintenance on a crawler before, and when I did, I didn't put a bearing in correctly. So what happened was the bearing was able to wobble. Well, and since it was wobbling, well, actually, it wasn't wobbling. It just was barely sitting in the thing. So what had happened? It pretty much broke itself. Whenever you do these bearings, I always like to put extra grease in, a little extra grease in here, just to help keep the water from getting in there and rusting it. Because you know I like to bring mine through water because, well, it's fun. I know what you're thinking. Shouldn't he be wearing gloves when he does this? Well, yes, I should. Why am I not? I have no idea. Alright, so got that bearing in. Now this bearing is still good. It's just, it's not really that rusted. It's just that there's a little discoloring because that's what happens kind of when a bearing gets old sometimes. Alright. Now, I got a question for you viewers, and that would be, if I were to do a live stream, just like a live kind of Q&A, I still have to get the stuff, so it wouldn't be like right away. But if I were to do that, would you guys watch that really? And it would be a Q&A about basically just the RC hobby. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see me greasing this or not, but because I think I've been holding it up closer to my face. So there, we get that side all nice and greased up. So after we've greased this here, and now on your rig, what you're going to do if you have a lot of excess like what I have, is you're going to want to wipe it off with a rag. Now, sometimes when you're running them in heavy water, a little excess doesn't hurt. But just don't put it in on the threads of a screw, because sometimes well, actually a lot of the times you'll never be able to get that screw back out. Alright, so load it up with a lot of grease there. So I'm thinking of upgrading my RC boats, or my RC boats radio and ESC. If any of you guys have a good recommendation, go ahead and put it down in the comments. It's the Traxxas Blast. It's the model I have. Now I have modified that boat, so practically no water gets in unless it's like fully submerged. Alright, so then, now this hole is all nice and greased, so I'm gonna, you know what, I want this bearing to last even longer, so I'm going to put a bunch of grease around the outside of it, get it all nice and greasy, like a McDonald's, or no, like a Kentucky Fried Chicken. Alright, so pop the bearing in, just like that. Once it's popped in, then we're going to take our greaser here, popsicle stick, and just grease the outsides. Just like that. Now it's alright if you get a little grease on the inner hole in the bearing, because that won't hurt it at all. What that'll do is that'll just make it so no water, literally like no water gets in there pretty much. That's what that'll do. So it'll create a nice seal around the bearing here. Alright, we're already going on 8 minutes here. Alright, so I'm going to take my rag, wipe the excess off. Don't want it on the threads, because you all know what happens if you do that. Alright, so there we go. It's nice and... So there we have that. Alright, so next, you know what, I'm going to apply a little extra right here, just because I noticed that that part is starting to get a little rusty. Alright, so then I'm going to take some grease. I can't actually see the camera, but I can kind of see it a little bit. So you guys need to tell me in the comments if I was on camera most of the time, or if I was out of frame, or what was going on here. Now, Axial, if you're watching this, I would love a sponsorship. Alright, so now that we've test fitted it, know that it's going to fit alright and work properly. So now, here comes the fun part. Alright, so what we're going to do is take this little piece right here. And what you want to do with this piece is you want to slide it in like this. It's right there. So I have some other parts here. Now you don't need to grease this part, because if that rusts out, Axial and this company, they usually send you extras of these. So that's really no big deal. Alright. And my furnace has finally shut off. Alright, so put that on. So we take our trusty screwdriver here. And now with the one I have here, the heads of the screws are Phillips. Nothing wrong with that. But I prefer a hex wrench. Or a hex head on it. Alright, so there's one. There we go, it's nice and flush looking. Alright, so the other one. Then yeah, that's pretty much how you install these parts. Not much to it. And then once you're done, you just install these, put the two screws there, and you're good to go. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and tell me what you thought of the video. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in the next video.